So what's currently going on with you guys?
Right now, we have the album "We Are Legends." You know what I mean? That is in stores right now. You know, anybody can go to your local record store and pick up the new album "We Are Legends," or either go online and to partnersincrime.com and get the new album. Right now, that's what we're promoting. We Are Legends. You know.
Are you guys working on any new projects?
Well, we're working on right now. The Black Menace album is is in the works, and we doing what we do with that, and they doing what they do with it. But we putting that together. We got a little cat named Youngin that we working on.
Yeah.
T Money,
T Money, yeah.
a female by the name of
Empress,
Empress.
yeah. A lot of new upcoming artists that we're working on.
What major artists have you guys collaborated with?
Juvenile, all the hot boys.
Boys,
We
yeah.
work with Wayne, all those guys. We
I
work
mean,
with Bun B.
yeah.
Oh man, it's
Malaj, you know what I
Malaj,
mean? Boosie, you know what I mean?
yeah, T Pain,
T Pain, C Rod.
T Rod.
It's a
It's a
couple
lot
of
of them.
them,
Yeah,
man.
it's a lot of artists.
Um, you guys are hot now. I
Mhm.
mean, y'all bumping all over the radio. I mean, everybody is infatuated with PNC. Do you guys think that the rap game has changed from like back in the 80s?
Well, yeah, it changed a whole lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day as well. Back in the 80s, I wasn't in the game in the 80s. I came in the, you know what I mean, early 90s. So I couldn't even tell you how, you know what I mean, they was doing their marketing or any kind of work back then. But I know for us, it's changed tremendously from where we used to be, you know, in the early 90s, you know?
Game was on some. Back then, it was more real. People was doing what they do with music, and now people doing more of what the next man doing is like. Oh, if he did that in pop, well, we gonna do
Do
it.
it,
They
yeah.
have 100 Lil Waynes. They have 100 of whatever rapper pop. There's 100 million other ones that sound just like him. So that's what
Yeah.
the game have got commercialized and watered down to. It's like everybody feel like if I could sound like him, I could maybe be a
Make
star.
it, yeah.
But they now understand that this game was built off originality, and that's what sparked the interest in a lot of people. The originality, like, oh, that's
Hmm.
different, or oh, that was fresh. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
And then,
once you take that part out of the game, that's where you kind of mess it up at right there.
How do you guys describe your music? I know you guys are considered as rap, hip hop artists.
hmm
Describe your music.
I mean, party, up
Feel good
tempo, feel
music. We
good
do
music.
feel
Like,
good.
I mean, we do all types of feel good music. When we say feel good music, we don't just mean like just to always party music. Like, in everything we do, we try and make it uplifting to where we could get it across to people and people still could relate to it and still have fun with it, no matter whether it's a serious message or it's just regular party music,
We,
you know.
Um, what advice can you give artists that are trying to uh, come up?
I mean, mainly just be yourself and stay on your grind and know that know that you really have it, like because a lot of these cats they're trying to rap and jump in the game and they really don't have it. Like they just listen to their friends that just tell them, man, you cold, you know what I mean, you this, you that, but you really got to sit back and look at yourself and know like, do I really have it? Ask these questions and listen to music and see what's going on, like because if you're not competing with the best, you're not competing with nothing. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
true. This is a competitive sport. It's just like any other sport, and they don't have enough space for. They only have one number one spot.
There you go.
So at the end of the day, you got a billion rappers trying to get a number one spot. So, if you look at it in that form of fashion, you'll know you got a lot of work to do because you're competing with a lot of people. So,
Yeah.
and to get heard through all that is a blessing. So, I say put God first
Hmm.
and strive for what you know best.
Yes. Yep.
Do you guys think that there is a lot of talent here in New Orleans?
Oh yeah, they
It's,
got a lot of
it's
talent in
gumbo,
New Orleans.
man.
New Orleans
Gumbo.
overflowing with talent. You know what I'm saying? A lot
Yeah,
of the
it's just
stuff
that
that's
people.
going on today stems from New Orleans. You know?
True. Say people been stealing it all the way from the dress code, T-shirts with the pictures on it. We
Whole
put the
nine.
dead people on it. They put the dead rappers on it.
Yeah.
So it's just like there's a lot of stuff. Beyonce with all the single ladies.
Yeah.
Jubilee been doing a
All
hundred
from
dance
New
songs
Orleans.
in one song. In one thing, and she kind of did that in one of her songs. Kind of switched up a lot of different do this, do that. So I knew that it originated from like a Jubilee because he was one of the first guys
They
that did
did
it.
it. Yeah.
So it's a lot of stuff that they take from here, but it's time that they get heard, and it's time that somebody start being a voice and putting it out there, and
Showing them
letting them know
that
what
is
is.
the essence of New Orleans, you know.
How did you guys come up with your names, with your stage name?
Well, they always called me Kango because back in high school I used to wear the Kango hats.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So pretty
How
much
many
I took
Kango
on
hats?
that
How
name.
many
You know
of
what I'm
them?
saying? I had like 4, 5 of them. I didn't have a whole collection of them.
Camera.
You know what I'm saying?
I think this boy had.
But,
I think. Well, I don't know how many he had in high school. But when I met him, he had one little beat up Kango.
He said one little beat up Kango.
I'm like, how you
Nah, I
gonna
had
name
a couple
yourself
of 'em.
Kango Slim over one hat, man?
But nah, I had a couple of them because pretty much that's what I wore, you know, during high school, the Kango hat. So that's where my name came from, like, you know, Kango rim hat. But him, I don't know. I guess he did a couple of misdemeanor
No,
felonies.
And what is your real name?
My real name is Walter.
Okay.
Yeah.
My name come from one of my friends. He was like, you don't never go to jail for nothing. You kind of lucky, misdemeanor boy.
Misdemeanor,
That's
that's
all you
stick
ever
with you.
you
You
ever
just go to
catch a
jail for
misdemeanor,
misdemeanor.
and that's all I ever had, a misdemeanor. Like I have no felonies, don't want nothing, not gonna something real, don't want that.
Yeah.
But was blessed, never got a felony, never been in that kind of trouble, and that's how the name really stuck with me. You know, for misdemeanor. Partners of Crime came about. Us
Getting
goofing
in the
up,
gong
gong show.
We really
have
we
a
didn't have
name.
no name. We just was together, just as partners. And when it came time for the gong show, it was our first gong show we was doing together. And everybody's putting their name. And when he went up there, he was like, "Man, I just put Partners in Crime." I'm like, "Man, for what?" He said, "For the Robin Towns movie. You didn't see that Partners in Crime?" And we just stuck with that and kept rolling on. That was our name.
Yeah, it was just
ever
like a
since then.
favorite show I used to like, and
Yeah.
didn't have a name for a group, so just named it whatever
Yeah.
I liked at the time was Partners of Crime.
Right,
So
so
I
you
told
could
them
put-
Partners of Crime, but what we did was we took the I in instead of like in crime and
put
just
the
made
N.
it like in.
To give it a different,
Like, to make it hip hop,
Yeah.
and that's how the PNC stuck with us, and those initials became Partners
That's
of
us.
Crime. Yeah, that's us.
I mean, hit us up on Wikipedia, Partners in Crime.
Yeah, we
That's
in the
us.
book, baby. They recognized.
The Essence Fest. The Essence Fest is a huge festival that, comes once a year in New Orleans. How do you guys feel about, New Orleans rappers are never participate
I'm mad
in the
about
Essence.
that. I'm mad about that
big
because you could bring it to our city, make all this money off our city, but don't
Don't
advertise
include
nobody
from
from
the
the
city,
city. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even seen a big rapper like a Lil Wayne or something
On the Essence
at
Fest.
Essence. And I done seen Kanye West and LL Cool J, and no disrespect to none of those guys because they great too, but I'm like, to
There's
the
a lot
level
of
of
great
like
artists
how
from
you
this
come
way.
to the city and make all that money year after year after year and don't
headline
never
a New Orleans artist
spotlight
somewhere.
the rap artists, you know what I'm saying? So I go to Essence every now and then, but it's got to be for what I want to see or whatever. But like I said, I think they should start putting the locals or if
Adding
not
some
the
kind of
locals,
attraction, some
but-
kind of attraction to the Essence, whole weekend, even if it's
Yeah.
not the Essence Fest. Some kind of attraction that attracts,
that the local scene
the
can
local
get
scene
can get some
involved in,
acknowledgement in Essence, like because it's supposed to be about the culture of things. So come on, it's a culture. You hear, you should be bounce should be big for Essence. Like it should be like in this New Orleans city, that's what they own, and it should be broadcast heavily,
Everywhere.
like So it's not, and I'm glad that you brought that up. Not too many people talk about that.
Yeah.
Where do you guys see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
I mean, sitting on top of the game, like where we want to be. Really,
Ruling hip
what
hop,
I'm saying?
man. Like the people who running hip hop now, I feel like is old, and they have contributed. They did a lot of good things, but I feel like
time for
it's
some
time
new
for a
heads
new
to come
face,
in.
and it's time for some new innovative people to come in. You know what I'm saying? The game has changed. It's got an internet world going on. And I just think like people look, Soulja Boy could be the next face, you know what I'm saying? Like
Anybody.
or whatever, because that's how fast the game is moving and changing. But I'm just saying it's time for a new face. It's time for somebody to take the game to the next level, like you know what I'm
we
saying?
feel like our
And we
music
feel like
really
that's-
could do that, like
and our business, not just our music, but our business as well.
This is the 504 Source Magazine here in New Orleans and PNC Partners in Crime.
Yes, sir.